Hi there, I'm Machine Pun Kelly. Thanks for watching. Today I want to talk about Harvey Milk and why he was so important to the LGBTQ movement. Harvey Milk's life and contributions offer a rich tapestry of activism, political innovation, and enduring legacy within the LGBTQ movement, reflecting both personal courage and broader societal shifts. This note provides a comprehensive analysis, expanding on the key points and integrating detailed insights from various sources to paint a full picture of his impact. Harvey Bernard Milk was born on May 22, 1930, in Woodmere, New York, into a middle-class Jewish family with deep community ties, including ownership of a prominent department store. His early awareness of his homosexuality, kept private during his teenage years, evolved through his varied career. After graduating from what is now the State University of New York at Albany in 1951 with degrees in math and history, he served in the U.S. Navy, reaching the rank of junior lieutenant before leaving in 1955 amid questions about his sexual orientation. Subsequently, he worked as a teacher on Long Island, a stock analyst on Wall Street, and a production associate on Broadway, notably contributing to shows like Hair and Jesus Christ Superstar. This diverse background, particularly his exposure to New York's bohemian theater scene in the 1960s, helped him shed conservative views and embrace his identity openly, a critical step toward his later activism. In 1972, seeking a more accepting environment, Milk moved to San Francisco with his partner Scott Smith, opening Castro Camera in the Castro district, which was experiencing a mass immigration of gay men and lesbians. This store became a community gathering place, amplifying his political engagement and laying the groundwork for his leadership role. Milk's political career began with his first run for city supervisor in 1973, which he lost due to resistance from the existing gay political establishment and his unconventional, theater-like campaign style. Undeterred, he ran again in 1975, finishing 7th, and finally won in 1977 with 30% of the vote against 16 candidates, a testament to his growing influence. His election marked him as one of the first openly gay elected officials in the U.S., a milestone that symbolized hope and authenticity for LGBTQ+ individuals facing widespread hostility and discrimination. During his brief tenure on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, Milk tackled a broad range of issues, reflecting his vision of human rights beyond gay rights alone. He advocated for affordable housing, public transportation, and childcare, but his focus on gay rights was particularly impactful. In 1978, he spearheaded the passage of a landmark ordinance banning discrimination based on sexual orientation in employment, housing, and public accommodations, a significant legal protection for the LGBTQ+ community. This measure not only provided practical safeguards, but also signaled San Francisco's commitment to equality, influencing other cities to follow suit. Another critical contribution was his leadership in the campaign against Proposition 6, the Briggs Initiative, a 1978 California ballot measure that would have prohibited the hiring of known or suspected homosexuals in public schools. Milk's speeches, including his Gay Freedom Day address on June 25, 1978, called on President Jimmy Carter and others to oppose the initiative, emphasizing the need for federal support for LGBTQ+ rights. The initiative was defeated by voters on November 7, 1978, a victory attributed in part to Milk's grassroots organizing and public advocacy, preventing a major setback for LGBTQ+ educators and students. Milk's philosophy centered on visibility as a tool for change, encapsulated in his famous call to come out in speeches like his 1978 address, where he urged LGBTQ+ individuals to reveal their identities to family, friends, and neighbors to break down myths and distortions. This message, delivered at events like the Gay Freedom Day Parade, resonated deeply, offering hope to young LGBTQ+ individuals in places like Des Moines or San Antonio, as he noted in his "You Cannot Live on Hope Alone" speech, suggesting that seeing an openly gay elected official could inspire them to stay and fight rather than hide or despair. His approach was not without controversy, as it challenged the prevailing norms of discretion within the gay community, but it proved transformative. By making homosexuality visible in politics, Milk helped normalize it, fostering greater societal acceptance and encouraging political engagement among LGBTQ+ individuals. Tragically, Milk's career was cut short on November 27, 1978, when he and Mayor George Moscone were assassinated by Dan White, a former supervisor who had resigned and sought reappointment, which was denied. White's subsequent trial and conviction on manslaughter charges, rather than murder, due to the controversial Twinkie defense, led to widespread outrage. On May 21, 1979, White was sentenced to only 7 years, later reduced to 5, sparking the White Night riots, where thousands protested at San Francisco City Hall, reflecting the community's fury and determination. Milk's death had a galvanizing effect, amplifying the LGBTQ+ movement's visibility and urgency. Over 30,000 people marched from Castro to City Hall in a candlelight vigil, and his ashes, scattered into the Pacific Ocean with Kool-Aid and bubble bath, symbolized his enduring spirit. The riots and subsequent activism underscored the community's resolve, leading to increased national attention and organizing efforts, such as the first National March on Washington for lesbian and gay rights in 1979. Milk's legacy is commemorated through various media and institutional recognitions, reflecting his enduring influence. The 1984 documentary, The Times of Harvey Milk, won an Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature, while the 2008 biopic Milk, starring Sean Penn, brought his story to a global audience, earning critical acclaim. His life has also inspired operas, books, including children's literature, and plays like Dear Harvey, Stories of Harvey Milk, performed at venues like the Kennedy Center and translated into multiple languages. Institutionally, California established May 22 as Harvey Milk Day in 2009, celebrated annually by nearly 40 million citizens, and the Harvey Milk Civil Rights Academy in San Francisco continues his educational mission. The Harvey Milk Foundation, founded by his nephew Stuart Milk and campaign manager Ann Cronenberg, extends his global advocacy, partnering with organizations like the United Nations Association and Equality California for conferences and youth outreach, emphasizing hope and nonviolence. Harvey Milk's importance to the LGBTQ+ movement lies in his pioneering role as a visible, elected leader, his legislative victories, and his advocacy for visibility, all of which challenged discrimination and fostered hope. His assassination, while a tragedy, catalyzed further activism, and his legacy, commemorated through media, education, and annual recognitions, remains a beacon for equality and rights, resonating as of March 14, 2025, and beyond. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you learned something, please hit like and subscribe.